Hey guys, what's up? Shaarq here. Alright, melee, skellies and zombie summoner build guide right now, with which I've actually killed Red Elder on Bestiary Hardcore. I also did pretty sick endgame stuff. This beauty is designed to do really hard maps and especially bosses. It has really good damage, mediocre clear speed and a bunch of defensive layers which makes the build really tanky. The most appealing thing for me on this build is the exotic gear it requires, but more about it later, so stay tuned. Alright, before I start with the introduction of my build template, I would like to mention that I play PoE only in hardcore leagues, so usually there happens no min-maxing according gear and therefore much room for improvements. But let's start. The main damage setup consists of Summon Skeleton, Melee Fizz, Brutality, Melee Splash, Minion Damage, and sixth link would be faster attacks. For single target, swap Melee Splash for Multi Strike. Other mandatory setups are Raise Zombie, Fortify, Maim and Minion Life in your Baron helmet, cast when damage taken, Immortal Core, Flash Offering increased duration, and you should have enough free sockets to also get an Anime Guardian setup going, but it isn't necessary at all. Gems which don't require links are Decoy Totem, Haste, Discipline, Flame Dash and Desecrate. The ascending class of choice for this build is Necromancer. I'm really happy about that redesign. Go Invoker first, then Bone Sculptor. Bone Sculptor includes basically everything to get your melee skellies going. Before this node I'd recommend leveling with SRS and zombies, but more on that later. After Merciless Labyrinths, grab Command of Darkness, especially the 20 Auras node while Auras are active make this node really juicy. But to be honest, if you have access to big boy gear and don't have to bother with resistances anymore, I would pick up Mistress of Sacrifice instead. And last but not least, Fleshbinder. It gives you so much fizz mitigation. I'm sitting at 34 at the moment, it's so juicy. With Granite up I get 50%. Overall zombies are really important in this build. They provide you with energy shield, leech and maim enemies for your skelly. It's just great. Order is Invoker, Bone Sculptor, Command of Darkness and then Fleshbinder. For leveling I used SRS and zombies until you can run Cruel Ascendancy for Bone Sculptor. After that use Summon Skeleton instead of SRS. Leveling with the character was a breeze. I used the Tabula, preferably corrupted with +1. One big thing is also Baron Helmet at level 26. I killed all bandits. The link for the passive tree is in the description of this video. As I mentioned in the beginning, gearing is really special. This build is using many uniques. We are hybrid and get ES over strength stacking. Geofri's crest and Shaper's Dutch gloves make it possible. On top of that we get life leech from our zombies if we reach at least 1000 strength. And that's not even enough. Strength stacking also gives us more zombies, which means more fizz reduction and more leech. With the Keystone Ghost Reaver, life leech applies to ES instead and combined with Sealess Oath, which we get over Geofri's chest, we reach insane amounts of ES regen. Sounds OP, right? Well, it is in my opinion. So mandatory uniques are Baron, Geofri's crest, Shaper's Dutch, and efficient draining and prawn jewels. You basically use these jewels to reach 1000 strength as soon as possible, so the amount of these jewels depends on the rest of your gear. Highly recommended items are Astra Mantis, which solves all your int and dex issues, and the Midnight Bargain, which gives you a high amount of minion speed, damage and extra minions. Due to the fact we stack strengths, we get a pretty good life pool even though we don't invest that much in life nodes and tree. So Midnight Bargain's downside, reserving 30% life, doesn't hurt us that much. On other slots just look for affixes such as higher ES rolls, chaos resistances, strength and resistances in general. That's it boys, if you liked the video and want to see more, subscribe to the channel, I really appreciate it. See you guys.